So I just did a full cage clean, took out all the bedding, wiped everything down. All new bedding, nice and clean. I didn't do a rearrange just because it was a long weekend and I'm tired, but I think everybody's pretty eager to get back in. They've been out here for a while. I swept up a little bit too, all the bedding that had fallen underneath, but like I said, I didn't really move much around, but I did add in a new rope that kind of, it's actually a horse lead that I got super cheap at Tractor Supply Co. And it goes like, it zigzags kind of throughout the entire cage because it's pretty long. And I refilled this foraging toy, gave them some more carrots because I'm trying to get through them before they go bad, and I don't really like carrots that much. They've also got some lettuce, same reason. More foraging toys. I also bought them this, like, it's actually a bird toy, but it's like a piñata type thing, like cardboard with like tissue paper wrapped around it. And so they've had some fun shredding that, and I put some food inside it to give them some more kind of reason to chew at it. And then, yeah, see the horse rope comes all the way over here. And then I also added back in something that was initially in my cage when it was just Dribble and Fizbin back in the day. And it's this plastic bin with crinkle paper in it as like a digging box. With Tribble and Fizbin, I had, hey Goblin, I had a lid on it, but I found that they just pooped all over the lid. So I decided to go lidless this time, and now that I have way more floor space, I feel like it makes more sense to put it back in there. So I sprinkled some food, I fluffed it up a little bit to try and see if they might burrow in it. Tribble and Fizbin didn't really do that. They kind of just made like a nest on top of it. I mean, I've seen a lot of people use like dirt in there, so I may eventually like take this and put it in there instead. But we'll see. But yeah, I think everybody's come back in. I'm not positive. I haven't done a head count yet, but we've got Grayson up here. He found something yummy. And then we've got Tribble down there on the hunt for food. Hobgoblin is also checking everything out. That's 3. And then we've got Flint over here, also doing some hunting. And then that's Hobgoblin again. Where's Corby? He's the only one I haven't seen yet. Oh, there he is. That's Corby. Now I gotta make sure the one that I didn't mistake him for Flint. Nope, there's Flint back in that corner. Those two are harder to tell apart unless I can see their faces. So, but yeah, everybody's back in, climbing around, eating, re-peeing all over everything, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm thinking if they show any interest in this bin, I may eventually fill it with dirt. I just didn't want to dump out all that crinkle paper because it's all actually clean still, so I didn't want to just dump it, and I didn't really have anywhere else to put it. So for now, they can have it, even if they just steal it and move it elsewhere for bedding, that's fine. Yeah, right now they're all just running around, grabbing and stashing the bits of food they want, so that'll keep them busy for a little bit. And an update on Decker and Trouble. They're doing a lot better. I've also got a couple foraging toys in there for them. This is all the bedding I dumped out, and this bag was full when I started, so lots of bedding. Don't mind the absolute horror that is my rat room. But yeah, these two are doing pretty well. I'm not going to open the lid because they like to try to escape and jump out, which I don't blame them, but I can't really let them free roam right now because they're still skittish enough about being picked up that I can't really get them back if I let them out without freaking them out and causing a setback. So at this point, I'm just not doing that. I'm just unfortunately not able to give them free roam time until they can, until I can get them back in the cage. And I mean, with these guys, I just open the door and let them back in, but I can't really do that with the bin cage. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to work them up from their current cage to the bin cage. So, because I kind of want to do it in steps so that I'm not just throwing them in this big cage and expecting them to be okay with me handling them in these tight spaces. So we'll have to try and figure that out. For now, my current method that seems to be working is I was like picking them up and like putting them in my hoodie and like just trying to get them used to me. And like the problem with that is that they were fine as long as like it wasn't being near me that they had a problem with, it was being picked up that they had a problem with. So picking them up and putting them in my sweatshirt and having them near me wasn't really helping with the problem that they did not like to be picked up. So what I've been doing now instead is I remove their hide so that I'm not like reaching to pull them out of a hide. And then I am picking one up, giving them a piece of food, and then immediately setting them back in the cage to eat it, especially because they won't eat it while I'm holding them. So eventually I'd like to work up to that where it's like I pick them up, they get some food, and then I set them down to kind of essentially, in dog training terms, do open bar, closed bar, where being held by me means getting fed. So every time I feed them, I do a couple repetitions of that where I pick one up, give them some food, set them down, let them eat it, pick one up, give them some food, set them down, let them eat it, and repeat a few repetitions of that, not terribly long, just a few. And then I give them, I scatter feed them and give them the rest of their food and let them go about their business for the night. But so it seems to be helping. They definitely aren't like squealing or freaking out when I pick them up anymore. They kind of just relax and go limp, which is what I want, but I just don't know what the next step is to get them more comfortable, like, when they're out in the free range area or in a bigger cage or in a cage with hides in it. I'm not sure what the next step is going to be. Because I don't want to step too far ahead and then set them back by putting them in a situation where they're uncomfortable and scaring them. So it's a work in progress, but there's hope. They're doing well. It's not like Fizbin where they're just kind of like unchecked aggression just at the sight of me. So I'm hoping that we can kind of get this worked out, get them integrated in the group. It's looking positive. It's looking likely. So it'll probably just take time. And I feel bad that they have to live in the bin cage until that happens. But I think for their safety and mine, it's just, I don't really know what else we could do. So